technique we're going over today is called shielding hammer. Shielding hammer is the third punch technique in orange belt. And if we look at the first punch technique in orange belt is dance of death. And actually on this one, the opponent's throwing a straight right, stepping in with the left side. So basically, that's the attack. Then if we look at the second technique in orange belt, punch technique in orange belt, that would be 5 swords. So now the opponent's throwing a roundhouse punch with the right side. And then if we look at the third punch technique, which is this one, shielding hammer, this would be a left hooking punch. So now the opponent's punching now with the left side. Now, although shielding hammers against the hook punch, you can also work against the roundhouse punch. You just need to get a little bit closer to the opponent. But let me explain before we go through the technique, the difference between a roundhouse punch and a hooking punch, okay? And the difference is that when you go into a roundhouse punch, you're hitting up the circle, okay? And what I mean by that is this. If I was to place a circle here on Ming's face, and this would be on the right side of his shoulder, and I throw a punch and I connect, as I'm going up the circle, you know, before it reaches the apex of the circle, that would be a roundhouse punch. Before it reaches the highest point of the apex of the circle. If I now place the circle on the other side of his shoulder, which would be his left shoulder, and now it reaches the highest point, and now it hits on the downward motion of the circle, that would be a hook punch, okay? So one hits as it goes up the circle, the other one hits on the downward portion of the circle, okay? And in this technique, shielding hammers, a left hooking punch, but just like I said before, it can probably still work against a roundhouse punch. You just need to get a little bit closer. And the thing that we need to keep in mind is that when we did sword of destruction, which is very similar to this one, the weapons that we use in this technique was a long range weapon, followed by a medium range weapon. Now when we're doing this technique, which starts the same way, we go from a medium range weapon to a short range weapon. So I'm going to briefly explain what we're doing. So as Min comes in with a left hooking punch, what I do is that I step back here, okay? So I go right ahead and go into a right neutral bull stance. From here, I hammer fist strike, and right as I hit here, I go like from this orbit here to this orbit here, right for the elbow, okay? And that would be an outward elbow, but even to be more specific, you know, it can be an outward dipping elbow, okay? So I'll do that one more time. So when he comes in, I block here. And see, here you can drop your weight a little bit for marriage of gravity. Then here I go, the elbow strike would be right from here. And then from there I can just cover up, okay? So that would be shielding hammer. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, okay? And the other thing that I want to say in Spanish is that si quieren que haga las técnicas en español, que las explique en español, traten de dejar un comentario, ¿verdad? Y es algo que puedo posiblemente en el futuro estar trabajando algunas de las técnicas en español. Muchas gracias. Okay, thank you.